You might be wondering, is it too late to start selling on Amazon in 2025? Maybe you've heard that it's oversaturated, that Temu is taking over, that fees are crushing sellers, or that startup costs are too high. I get it. These concerns are real. But how worried should you actually be? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest reasons people think it's too late to start selling on Amazon. And I will rank them on a scale from 1 to 10 so you can see exactly what are the real risks. Then at the end, I will give you my honest take. Is selling on Amazon FBA still worth it in 2025? And the 3 things you must do to succeed. So let's get started. So the first real question, is Amazon too saturated? Let's look at the data. This is by far the most common concern I hear. And it's true. More people are jumping into Amazon. There are over 9 million sellers on Amazon, but what people don't realize, it's just only 2 million sellers are active. And of those 2 million sellers, only 1 million sellers are selling in the United States. Before we get into the competition, let's get something straight. Amazon is still growing, and it's growing really fast. In 2024, Amazon reported 638 billion net sales. And it's projected to cross over 670 billion in 2025. It currently serves over 310 million active users worldwide, and over 250 million of those are Prime members. So people who spend more, shop more, and expect fast delivery. And when we zoom out to look at the whole industry, e-commerce in the US as a percentage of all retail sales is growing fast. It's now nearly 20% of all retail sales. And it's still growing, especially with more people shopping from home after the pandemic. So online shopping isn't dying. Amazon isn't slowing down. What's actually happening is that old ways of selling on Amazon are dying. And the people who adapt are thriving. So let me break this into 4 different business models that you can use to sell on Amazon. So the first business model is retail arbitrage. So this is where you buy discounted products from local stores like Walmart and Target, and then you resell them on Amazon with a higher price. So for example, you buy this iHome robot vacuum cleaner on Walmart for $64, and you sell it on Amazon for $89.99. So the pros are low startup costs and easy to enter, but the cons are unscalable, risky, and Amazon may just reject your product and restrict the brands. So this on the saturation level from 1 to 10, in my opinion, this is a number 4. You are sourcing locally, so not everyone will find the same deals as you are, because not everyone around you wants to sell on Amazon. But it's still hard to build a long-term business from that. It's not passive income. You still have to drive to Walmart and Target every day and pick new products. Another method is wholesale. So with wholesale, you buy brand name products in bulk from distributors and resell them on Amazon. For example, you buy 200 bottles of this Dove shampoo for $3 on global sources, and you sell it for $17.37 on Amazon. So the pros are brand recognition and done-for-you packaging, and the cons are that there are price wars, low margins, and really it's hard to get approved to sell those goods on Amazon. In my opinion, the saturation level on wholesale selling on Amazon is 10 out of 10. Everyone is selling the same stuff. If one seller drops the price, everyone suffers. But you will be competing with 15 other sellers on the same listing. Another method is private label. So you find generic product, you just put your brand logo on it, you add your own label and packaging, and sell it under your own brand. For example, you buy this bamboo toothbrush on Alibaba for 0.18 cents, and you sell it on Amazon for $13.99. So the pros of this is you have better margins and you have a control over your branding. But the cons, it's still easy to copy. You need to differentiate the product or risk being undercut by 100 identical listings. So in my opinion, the saturation level on this is 7 out of 10. If you pick a generic product and you don't build a strong brand, or you don't have a strong value proposition, it's just race to the bottom. The last way to sell on Amazon is what I do. So it's selling branded products, but improved products, and finding a specific niche to sell those products in. So you create a unique product with a clear mission or niche. You improve the product so that it's very unique, and you treat it like a brand from day one. For example, you create a pet brand inspired by your rescue dog. You weave a brand story into the whole brand. You have unique product features, packaging, and unique values. So the pros are long-term brand equity, loyal customers, and less price sensitivity. The cons, it takes more upfront strategy and planning, and might also require more investment. But on a saturation scale from 1 to 10, in my opinion, this is a level 2. It's really hard to copy a real brand with audience, values, the brand story, and also the unique improved features. So that's why branded sellers win. So the bottom line is, Amazon is not saturated, but the generic products without a brand, they are saturated. So if you are planning to sell another Me Too kitchen organizer or yoga mat with no real story or no target audience, you will fail. But if you are willing to build a brand, especially in a specific niche, and you are willing to build a community and also develop your brand values, and you will have a strong brand story and also an improved product, there is still a massive opportunity to sell on Amazon in 2025. People also worry about Temu. Should I be worried about Temu in 2025? You've seen Temu in ads. Really cheap products, flashy discounts, and free shipping. It's tempting to think, how am I be able to compete with $1 products shipped for free? But here's what most new sellers don't realize. Temu is not your competition if you are building a real brand. Let me break it down in a way that makes sense, especially if you're a mom building your Amazon business from home. So number one, Temu shoppers are not Amazon shoppers. Temu shoppers are looking for novelty, not reliability. They are fine waiting 2 to 3 weeks for a product to arrive, and the low quality product. Amazon customers, on the other hand, they pay for Prime to have the product shipped in like 1 or 2 days, and they pay for higher quality items. They pay for trust, speed, and convenience. That's why 200 million people pay for Prime, for 1 to 2 day delivery and hassle-free returns, which you don't get in Temu. Customers on Amazon want fast, well-reviewed, reliable products. They won't find it in Temu, but they will find it on Amazon. So that's why you are offering it on Amazon. Second, Temu is losing its price advantage in 2025. Until recently, Temu had a legal loophole called de minimis exemption, which allowed them to ship individual products from China to the US without requiring buyers to pay for import duties and taxes. The US government closed that loophole, and now Temu shipments must pay duties and tariffs. They also need to declare products using a 10-digit classification code. They also require a buyer, when a buyer buys a product for the private use, to enter the EIN and social security number if the buyer wants to receive the product. So this is a huge shift. Temu razor-thin pricing is no longer sustainable. Buyers are now seeing extra fees, slower deliveries, and even custom complications. The third thing is that Temu just can't compete with trust and branding. Temu has countless reviews citing inconsistent quality, product safety issues, and terrible return stories. Amazon has a system in place for review verification, 30-day return, buyer protection, and Prime guarantees. And if you are building a brand with a real mission and brand story behind it, Temu just simply can't copy it. So bottom line is, Temu is not a threat to Amazon sellers, and this is not a reason to quit before you start. As long as you are creating branded products, quality products, improved products that solve people's problems. You are not competing with dollar store knockoffs on Temu. You are building a brand that moms trust, a business that works while you sleep. something that grows with you supporting your family. So block out the noise and stay focused, serving your specific customer better than anyone else's. Okay, what about startup costs? Some people worry that startup costs to start Amazon, selling on Amazon, are really high. Yes, you will need some money to get started, but exactly how much? According to Amazon's own data, 11% of sellers started with less than 500, 13% with 500 to 1,000, 15% with 1,000 to 2,500, and 22% with 10,000 and more. But here is what most people don't realize. You can start small. You don't need to launch a huge product line. You can start with like 300 units of a product, test it, and then reinvest the profits. And if you are launching a branded, improved product, there are creative ways to get funded. For example, Kickstarter or doing pre-orders before investing heavily. So let's now break on the scale from 1 to 10 the risks of investing capital in retail arbitrage, wholesale, private label, and also branded improved products. So in my opinion, the retail arbitrage is 6 over 10. The wholesale is 7 over 10 because you still need to buy a lot of inventory. The private label can be also 7 out of 10. With branded improved products, I would say you need a minimum of $5,000 to get started. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I would say this is 8 out of 9. Okay, so what about the economy, the inflation, the recession? So we are hearing it everyone. Recession is coming, inflation is up, people are spending less. But here's the truth. Amazon sales have gone every single year. E-commerce is now nearly 20% of all retail sales and is still growing. But if you are thinking maybe I should wait, what if the economy gets worse? You are not alone. But here's the truth. Some of the most successful businesses from Fortune 500 companies started when there was a recession. Giants like Microsoft, Airbnb, Uber launched when the economy was uncertain. Why? Because crisis creates opportunity. When things shift, new needs emerge. People look for better value, smarter choices, and real solutions. And as a small seller on Amazon, you can actually move faster and make changes faster than the bigger companies. And also you can respond quicker to trends. Raw materials cost more, shipping costs more, but guess what? Everyone is raising the prices, so you are not alone. If your product adds value, solves a real problem, it's well packaged and targets a specific customer, then you can price it accordingly and you can increase the price. Remember, you don't need to be the cheapest. You just need to be the most trusted in your niche. And on Amazon, people are still buying every single day, even during the downturns, and people even bought during the pandemic. Don't let worst case thinking kill your dream. Worried about what if everything goes wrong? Well, this is analysis paralysis. Recession or not, the truth is moms will still need to buy products for babies. Pet owners will still to buy supplies for their loved cats and dogs. And businesses will still need to stock up on essentials. So there are recession-proof niches everywhere. If you are worried about a recession, you can just start selling products in a recession-proof niche like pet supplies, baby products. Recession is not a reason to wait. It's a reason to start smarter. Start lean, stay focused, pick a good product, and build for long-term success. If you choose the right niche, baby, pet, food, or home, then you will still thrive in any economic conditions. What about Amazon fees? It's true, Amazon fees have gone up over 30% in the last 2 years. This is eliminating a lot of low margin sellers, but I always recommend don't sell a product under $20 because you won't have enough margin to survive. In my opinion, the best profit margin is 30% and more. So here's the deal. If you are dropshipping or reselling basic stuff, then you are in trouble. But if you are building a brand with high margins, brand loyalty, brand story, improved product, and loyal customers, then you will be fine because you can charge more. So in my opinion, the risk of Amazon FBA fees being higher for wholesale on a scale from 1 to 10, this is a risk 10 out of 10. Because wholesale usually has really low profit margins and you will be just eaten by those higher Amazon FBA fees. For retail arbitrage and private label, in my opinion, it's 7 out of 10. And for branded improved products, in my opinion, it's 3 out of 10. Because you can charge higher prices as you have an improved product, you have a brand story behind your brand, you have loyal customers. Is selling on Amazon still worth it in 2025? If you are trying to copy what worked in 2017, like wholesale, it won't work now. If you want to do retail arbitrage, it's not too late. But in my opinion, it's not passive income. You will need to go to every shop, to like Walmart and Target every day to find possible products to sell. So it's 24/7 job. And if you're a busy mom, you just don't have time for this. For private label, the old way of just slapping the logo on a product or on a packaging, it's not worth it now. But if you build a unique product, improve it, focus on branding and on strategy, 2025 is actually perfect to start selling on Amazon. More people are shopping online than ever. More tools are created to help you get started with less money. And most importantly, most people are sitting on the sidelines. Don't let fear and perfectionism stop you. If you wait too long, someone else will take your idea and will just run with it. I was like that. I was waiting for the perfect timing and perfect product, and now I regret waiting. I now sell 3 products on Amazon and they give me steady side income of $10,000 per month. And I regret that I didn't start it sooner. What also helped me is that I found a course that taught me step by step how to sell on Amazon, and there was also a community of people where I could ask questions. In my opinion, this is invaluable if you want to start your Amazon journey the easiest way. So if you want to know what course I took, just ask me in the comments. If you want to start your Amazon FBA journey in 2025, I have a free list of 30 potential products that you can sell on Amazon, and there is a link in the description. Also, I'm working on something super helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in a step-by-step course on how to sell on Amazon that would cost you below $100. Let's make 2025 the year you build your online business and finally take control of your time and income. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.